You can use them to get the first initial layers, the first outline for your drawing, and then you can build up your other features using the darker shades. So this has a good advantage because see the mechanical pencil, you get a fine detail. It is always better you have a different shade, that is you are able to give the different tones, that is the medium, highlights, darker shadows, all with different grades of pencils. So I'll be showing the different pencil grade chart. It ranges from 6 or 9H to 6B or 9B. You have HB in middle. So H represents the hardness, the B represents the blackness, HB will represent the hardness and blackness. So these are the H pencils are the harder ones and they are lighter in shade, whereas the B ones are the softer pencils which are used for the shading purpose and they are blacker than compared to the H pencils. Sketch is for the darkest area like the hair or some other eyelashes or something. If you want to get a darker color, you can use the different shades like this. I have a Krita color which gives quite a dark colors. You can see the comparison about this color and the other one you have with the HB. These are too dark. These are quite dark. Okay, so you have a proper darker shades from these. You can compare it with the other 8B pencils you have. This is 10B, the harder, the darkest one, and you can see the color of this graphite and this pencil. This is a dark pencil. Contour Paris I have, that is 2B of this, but the grade of this is too dark that you can really have a good sketch or a portrait with this darker shades. I also would recommend using the Staedtler's Lumograph. Okay, next material you can use for the blending, that is the blending stumps. These are also known as tortillons and these are available in different sizes depending on the area you want to blend. The larger the area, the larger will be the blending stump. These can be made at home also, papers which can be made to this foam. So these are used for blending the area which can avoid the grains of the paper. For example, if this is my figure and I want to blend it properly, you can see how well it blends. How well it blends the figure. Okay, so this has two ends. It is always better you use one for the darker blending, darker graphite, and this one for the lighter graphite, so that you won't destroy your spoil your image by having different traces of graphite. So one point can be used for the darker shade, the other one can be used for the lighter shade. So this is about the blending stumps. If in case you don't have, another good option is to use the earbuds you have at home. The earbuds can also be used to give a proper blending. Shade it lightly. You can use the earbuds too to have a proper blending. Okay, so when I talk about the blending, you can use these blending stumps at areas which are smaller in size, that is if for the portraits you can use it near the around the eye portion, or you can use it for the hair detailing where it gives a shine to the highlights also and it avoids the grains. But if you're going to blend it for the larger area, that is the face as a whole or the body part, I would prefer you use a tissue paper. Tissue paper is also a great idea to have a proper blending. Okay, if you have a larger area or to blend, this gives a smoother surface smoother surface throughout the face or something. Okay, and these are a really good option when you have a soft tissue to blend your surface. Another one which is for the professionals use for the background or the body parts as such, and which is slightly costly, is you can use the graphite powder. You can use the graphite powder, which I don't have it with me. You can make it at home. You can use your pencils, 2B, B, etc., which is going to get over. You can use those graphite. You can make it at home, the powder from that pencils, and you can dip it in that graphite powder and use this filbert brush and spread it over the area where you want to blend. Okay, this especially can be used for the background of portraits, pencil graphite artworks, etc. Okay, faces, background areas, you can easily blend using this brush and the graphite, and which will get your work done quite easily. Another one I have seen is you can use also the cotton you have at home. Some have taken this cotton like this, they keep it around a pencil or something and do it, and they can also, these are the cheaper ones you have at home, you can do have a portrait or your sketch really good. So next, moving on to the eraser part. So the erasers, if you're a beginner or you're starting with your sketches, it is okay, you have the normal eraser, but it is always prefer you have a non-dust eraser, which will be better for your use. So this is a good quality one with the non-dust eraser. If you're looking to a professional sketch, that it is good you have an kneadable eraser with you, that is it can be kneaded or reformed, molded to different shapes, and depending upon the place where you want to use it, you can use it. For example, if you say if there is a shading like this, you can take it and you can rub it where you want the highlight parts like this. Okay, you can also give highlighted small areas with the needed eraser. You can different, though it gets dirty quite often, you can mold it and knead it to remove that dirt in it. Okay, so this is about the kneaded eraser. And also for the outlines, when you draw for the graphite or the pencil colors, portraits, whatever it is, when you give the outline and you want to work on it, you can use this kneaded eraser to tap it like this, because kneaded erasers usually takes off the graphite from the paper. So you get a darker shade of this, and then you can do, or you can work on it after that. The next type of eraser you can have is this one, that is, I would prefer a mono zero eraser, but it was difficult for me to get one. This is also similar to that, but here the diameter is quite bigger than that. For mono zero erasers, that is, I have shown the side, that is 2.3 mm, but this one is 5 mm. This is an electric eraser similar to the other one. This electric erasers or pen erasers are simple to use. Once you have done with your sketching or braiding, if you want to get a finer details of erasing, this is battery operated. You can, if this is the hair, you want to rub a portion of it, just on it, it goes. It works well even with pencil colors. This is a good brand, Montmartre. You get a refill pack with this, around 30 erasers are available with this. So these two, if it is for the professional, for the beginners, this is enough. If you want a better quality drawing, you can have this. Try to get a mono zero eraser. Tomboy. That is the mono zero eraser. That is the best thing that you can give for the hair details, the skin textures, and all those stuffs, because the diameter is only 2.3 mm. So for example, if this is a portion of the hair, this is just an example. My electric eraser will take, see, the detailing is not so good because it is around 5 mm. You can get a finer detail for the hair in case you are using a monocero eraser. Likewise, another method for highlighting is for the tools you can use for the thing. This is just a stylus, or I use this indenting method. This is used by most of the artists. We can use an empty refill, pen refill, to get this indenting on the paper. The paper you use should be hard enough so that the indenting won't tear it off. After giving proper indenting, that is the finer hair marks, you can use the hardest grade pencil to give the to work over it. So the white indenting will be the highlight of the hair. So this is one method, that is the indenting method. You can use an empty pen or stylus to give the highlights. You can use a monocero eraser. Again, a monocero eraser also can be made at home, because if this is a 5 mm, you can cut a small part of it and make it more thinner to become less than 2 mm. You can also use your rigid rubber and make a monocero eraser at home. So these two, and again you can use white gel pens. These jelly roll pens, there are Sakura brand, Uniball brand. Okay, these jelly roll pens can also be used at some portions to give at the eyeballs, and all other portions to get a white highlight. So these are some of the main tools used for the highlights. You need a ruler. Okay, you need a ruler. You also need a sharpener. I use this mechanical sharpener. For the advantage of this sharpener is that you can have it, you get the points too sharpened and they don't break quite often. Okay, the points, you get two sharpened points, they don't break so often. If you don't have a mechanical sharpener, it's okay, you can have the normal sharpener also. So these are the just introducing to you different materials that you use for a graphite sketch. Hope this video was informative and you liked this video. Give a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel and share it with your friends.